As a matter of fact, I am pushing peaks. That's pushing powder down my musket so I may smite another off. Put a switch and a beam on my blunderbuss. Your hood's not safe. Read it and weep, peasants. Read it and...
Welcome back to the grid, and today we're diving into a triumphant gift. Today's game is Holdfast, Nations at War.
I have officers deserving commissions, notably William Lawford. And what am I sent? Flogged soldiers led by coffeehouse fops, commanded by dangerous buffoons.
Holdfast, Nations at War was released way back in September 2017, and I was with this game somewhat from the beginning, I'll say, in the early days, and it was extremely clunky, extremely difficult at times, frustrating, but extremely charming. Holdfast Nations at War is a multiplayer first-person or third-person role-playing shooter. Now, in its current state, Holdfast Nations at War has two parts. You have the Nations at War, focusing more on the Napoleonic warfare, engaging cannon fire, line drills, and then you have the front line side of the game, where it focuses on trench warfare and World War I engagements. Today we're going to be focusing on my personal favorite, Nations at War. Taking place during the Napoleonic War, this is where warfare begins to change. Pragmatism meeting gentlemanly warfare, and gentlemanly warfare usually getting subbed out.
All my officers are gentlemen.
That being so, sir, I think we should introduce ourselves like gentlemen.
This game might have your drummer boy dying right in front of you, and your officer who's like 14 years old doing his best Sean Bean impression, while everyone scatters and someone yelling charge. And I love it. Allow me to bring something to your attention. This game is not your cut and polished Call of Duty experience. This game is charmingly clunky, I'll put it at best. You can succeed, you can go positive. There are no kill streaks here. It's all about immersion. It's all about teamwork and successfully meeting the goals of the mission. It's all about which faction wins, and by any means necessary. And I mean by any means. You have plenty of classes to choose from. Line infantry, officers, guardsmen, artillery, riflemen, sappers, carpenters, which is a fun class. You have cavalry. Each class has their own purpose to serve, and like most large-scale PvP games, if everybody does their part, things usually flow perfectly. Now, for any newcomers to this type of game, I warn you, play your class's strengths. If you're a rifleman, do rifleman things. If you're a guardsman, do guardsman things. If you're a carpenter, you know what to do. There's just nothing like walking into a bunch of your enemies and then just firing your blunderbuss and watching the kills stack up. And if this blunderbuss starts to get boring for you, you can always just whip out your axe. Each class is given its own melee weapon, or like the rifleman, if you don't have a melee weapon, you're kinda SOL. It's always better to shoot and then charge instead of fall back and reloading, unless you have a significant amount of people charging ahead of you. You also have many support classes to choose from. You have sappers, which build fortifications, traps, and also cover for your boys to hide behind. There's also the carpenter, which is the opposite of a sapper. The carpenter is used to break down fortifications, break down doors, and if it needs to clear an opening, it'll use the blunderbuss to clear them. Medic class is another support class that focuses on healing teammates. You could fight back, but you only have is a pistol and a sword. Good luck. The game gives you many feats. These feats and or orders are a great way for the player to engage with the game and play their other classes. It had me playing other classes that I've come to appreciate as well, like the carpenter class, the guard class, and the sapper class. But the last support class that I think is largely slept on is the musician class. These brave souls just stand in the middle, playing their tunes to the letter, just to only get shot down by the enemy. And it just leaves you with such a sense of dread, and you want to avenge your boys. This game is any history buff's playground. Smoke, flintlock, snare drums, the Napoleonic Wars, they nailed it. playing immersive historical shooters is more your thing, if you like historical fiction, series like Master and Commander, Richard Sharpe, this is right up your alley, and they capture the vibe perfectly again, I say. I want to really reiterate that. You could crack a Sharpe reference here and there, and someone in your squad will catch your reference. And it's a good feeling. The community is very strong, very loyal, and very sweaty. Only the sweatiest.
Vultures higher on 300 tanks.
Give him I just got a random headshot through the smoke. Let's fucking go.
Into the cafe. East. Push. Charge.
One fucking round.
Gentlemen, take aim.
Fuck it, I'm charging the cafe. Holy fuck, boys. Oh, I'll take it out.
Take aim, lads, take aim. Fire!
Charge! Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, my good man. Yeah, I just saved everybody. You're welcome.
Go. Somehow didn't get anybody.
Diego and Chris, I'm waiting at the bottom of the stairs for y'all.
Feel that infidel playing When the Moon Hits Your Eyes. That's their national anthem. That's what the king wrote himself. Kill him.
Damn. Look at that shit.
Second.
Please, anything but 2. I fucking hate 2.
I did for Christina.
Yeah, I hate Fort Siletz. Fort Siletz is garbage. It's the worst map in the game in my opinion. God damn it!
Well, you're in for a treat.
Who's fucking in border control? And on me, form a line, on me. Form a line. Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that was satisfying.
They're pushing B.
What about
You
P?
got
Are
the
they
MIC.
pushing P?
Push your powder down their musket so they may smite another op.
I almost hit
That's
him.
mutiny, sir.
That's mutiny, sir!
Watch out, they have artillery! They have artillery to the southeast, boys! Let us push the artillery!
Oh man, they're coming back.
Come get the change!
Charge me.
Get that motherfucker out of there.
Medic!
Gabagoo! Good killing, charge, man. Get straight in the sea, lads.
That's why he died like a bitch.
Look at you, running in circles like a big ass. Oh, what you gonna do now, buddy? Can't run in circles now, can you?
Oopsie
You fucking
poopsie.
stupid bitch, buddy.
Mutiny, sir!
It isn't Battlefield, it's that awkward underdog that may not have all the display settings right. I remember playing this game early on and you couldn't even walk fast. You had to shift to your melee attack mode. True absurdity, I can assure you. Your cannon overshoots to destroy friendly lines. You get team killed by a panicked melee attack, and you climb a hill for 10 minutes, only to just get shot and then repeat the process again. So this game does have its fair share of frustration, but again, that's just the way the game is. Let us paint the scene. It's 150 players across a huge battlefield. Nations at War gives you Army Battlefield, Army Assault, Army Deathmatch, Army Conquest, Army Siege, where you actually have to break into an enemy base, and if the enemy holds it, they win. Usually they don't, and you would win. The game gives you several feats, orders, things to complete for either shillings, in-game tiles, in-game skins, in-game weapons. It's a great way for the player to, again, engage, play different classes, aim higher and try to get your earn of shillings like a good soldier. With all this possibility, it gives you those highlightable moments. Standing off on a hill against enemies while it's only 4 of you and you're just trying to stay alive to hold a position for your team. But what's that? I hear, Mr. Giggs, I want more. Army fighting with cannons and mortars is not enough for me. Fighting on horseback and blunderbuss is not enough for me. I hear you, my friend. So we're gonna push the ante with the naval warfare. Yes, some servers in Holdfast give you the option to fight on open waters doing open water siege battles, the naval warfront in this game takes the game to another level. It sometimes surpasses the army, because the Napoleonic War era wasn't about drumlines and bayonets, it was about cannon fire, not just only across fields, but across the waves as well. Brace yourself for naval engagement, and you have also other classes to play as. Sailors patch holes in sails in the ship. Marines have musket fire and sabers to protect their shipmates as they repair or try to fire against enemy ships. Officers in the naval aspect give orders, fire broadsides, and try not to beach the ship. The artillery, cannoneers, gunners mates, they handle the guns. Helmsman is the captain, and he steers the ship and controls the speed. Everybody really has to work together your ship to not sink and or be successful in the mission. Again, like I said, teamwork and immersion. Those are the driving forces in this game, and they're doing great. It leaves you open for open sea engagements with multiple ships, shoreline bombardments from siege levels, boarding action where everybody forgets how ladders work, and the maps are a mix of naval and land-based objectives. It's chaotic beauty. Beach the ship to storm an objective just so you can keep spawning on this ship. It gets wild. Naval combat is like driving a bathtub in a thunderstorm, with friends shouting sea shanties, screaming at each other. It's a sight to behold. You have to experience it for yourself. With friends or by yourself, you're gonna have it, because the sheer chaos and humor that echoes in this game as you're trying to complete the objective, you'll go from righteous soldiers and warriors to Monty Python in about 10 seconds into the battle. It only takes one person to start the chain. It just keeps going. Pretty soon you'll be sounded like 4 Yorkshire men, just talking about all the crazy names and all the insane ways that you died or got a kill. You'll always be trying to top each other.
You were lucky to have a room. We used to have to live in the corridor. Oh, we used to dream of living in a corridor.
And with this game finally coming to console, I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to cover it, and a good way to get the name about this game. It's a great time. In conclusion, I give Holdfast, Nations at War, a 9 flat out of 10. This game is so clunky and so charming. I've watched this game grow, and as a consumer and as a regular player of this game, I'm very happy to see it get some recognition. So, my friends, are you ready to earn some shillings? Are you ready to follow your brothers into battle, to charge for God and country, for honor and glory? Will you give thy enemies steel? Will you kill them with laughter or with your blunderbuss? The choice is yours, my friends. Welcome to Holdfast, Nations at War.
Through Flanders, Portugal and Spain, King George commands and we obey, over hills and far away.
Figured I'd go back to my niche roots and cover this title since it's been getting a lot of attention on console. It's, again, I'm going to mention it, it's good to see a title that I like get some recognition and some proper attention, and not in the bad way. But I've overloaded my plate. I've been playing a lot of open world games, and I'm slowly getting around to writing some scripts for them. Life has been getting interesting. Here I am trying to justify the sparse between my videos again. I feel it always necessary to let you guys know that I'm still doing it. I'm still here. Please stay tuned for more content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'll see you over the hills and far away. Stay sharp, my friends.